Hello, coming back. How are you guys? Happy, beautiful Sunday. Well, it's dark already, very sad. But yeah, today we are gonna do another session, live session in this case, for the Nuberu project. Just to put you in context, this project, the idea is to create something with a standard of quality that most of the cases tutorials I can't put that much attention. So with this one, at least, we can start an open project from the beginning. I can show you the entire pre-production and production and post-production from the very first day. So that's the intention with this. Right now, I am still in the exploration process. So in this third part, I want to tackle different areas like storyboarding, prototyping ideas, a little bit of shot exploration inside Unreal Engine, maybe landscapes in Houdini, and storyboarding inside in Blender that you already maybe saw already a sneak peek on the second episode of Nuberu. So yeah, with that said, let's start with some, I can put you in context with some visuals maybe. I hope the audio is okay. Let me know if audio is good, just to don't stop talking with no, I think audio is alright, right? Okay. So, I mean, from the very first session, there is no big changes in terms of environments and 3D. I was experimenting a bit with different ideas using foliage tools to populate, as you can see maybe here, populate a village, an entire village. But again, this is just me exploring. This is nothing to do with pre-production. It's just, I like to know what are the limitations, what are the options, to get some inspiration from visuals even before I start writing. I know maybe it's a contradiction, but I feel comfortable about having this kind of inspiration beforehand. Hello. So the first thing I want to do and I want to show you is how we prototype with the idea with the help of Anastasia, one of the concept artists of the project, the hero shot. The idea of the hero shot is to have a shot. This is done a lot in big VFX companies. When you pitch a project, you want to show that that project works for that project, let's say, embrace the entire idea of the film, the movie, or whatever is the project. So the idea is taking a hero shot and trying to communicate a tone and style with only one shot. So for that, you obviously you have different options. You can use a storyboarder, or you can use, for example, here I have a storyboarder. This is for the trailer of the Sito Yuna, where again, I'm not good drawing, but with a storyboarder I can just draw very fast things because you can just block your shots in 3D. You know, for example, I can go here, and then I can go here with the shot generator, and I can create my dummies inside this amazing tool. But in this case, we decided to use Blender because we are using that for many things like rigging, modeling, prototyping, layout, and we thought, okay, let's paint our idea there. So one of the key things of this and the beauty of grease pencil is if I go to any moment of the shot, I can just press shift, right click, and start painting more things there. I'm gonna take the tablet. So if I want to put more details here, okay, let's add, I don't know, whatever, some grass there. I can put some grass, and then if I scroll, that's gonna be attached to this plane there. I can keep going with, you know, alt, and then let's put something around there. I can put maybe a small bush, you know, whatever, like a small plant. And that plant is gonna be completely blocked there. So I can block my shots in a very fast way, knowing what I need to do. I can go here, again, right shift, and then if I want to put, I don't know, let's put a knife, I can just put maybe, you know, like, there was a knife there or whatever, and then I can just paint that knife. Some blood, like there was a fight or an engagement with fight. So now that's completely locked to that area and feels obviously not like 3D, but feels connected with the universe. So with that, you can block very fast a shot in no time. And that's what we did. It's like, okay, let's see what we need. Let's explore the idea of this shot to get inspiration. And again, Nuberu, this project is about the Asturian mythology, and the idea is to push it in any potential direction. This could be a movie, this could be a trailer, this could be just a pilot, a short film, an episode. But first I need to get inspiration from visuals. I'm very sensitive to that. So I need to get some food from this kind of visuals to understand what is the scale, what is the mood, what are the options in a good way. Hello guys, hello. Nice to see you guys. So with that said, the next steps, even starting with proper pre-production, I want just to keep the things in parallel. So it's moment even to talk about character design or shapes or the idea of this shot. What I want to do is to bring this camera back to Unreal Engine. This camera was animated in Blender, but now I want this camera in Unreal Engine. So what I did basically, obviously, to work in this shot and draw here, as you can see, everything is quite fake, okay? It's a massive fake that only works when you look from the camera, because even we paint things a little bit badly there. But what I want now is like, okay, the shot more or less works. I'm telling the story only with the movement of the camera. I want to see if this makes sense in 3D, or maybe I'm completely outside of scale and things doesn't work as expected in 3D. And there are different options. I can just paint NURBS here in Blender and import that. But I want to use today, just because also it's a good exercise, the modeling tools inside Unreal Engine. And I want to sculpt just at least the tail in Unreal Engine. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Unreal Engine, and I got this guy already, which is completely the same layout. Apart of I did some experiments with houses and stuff. And what I want to do here is to create a new sequence. So I'm gonna create a new folder called O1 shots. I'm gonna put my tablet there. How are you guys? You good? So I'm gonna create a new level sequence with a shot TST of test. I'm gonna open this up. I'm gonna drag and drop my camera. And now I'm gonna export from Blender my camera. So I'm gonna select the camera. There we go. I'm gonna go File, Export, FBX. And then here I have Nuberu Blender, my camera, bake animation. I don't need bones. Yeah, force, start and key. Yeah, that's all good. I'm gonna export my camera. That's already exported. And now I'm gonna go to Unreal Engine. I'm gonna go to import. I'm gonna take my camera here. And yet, I don't want to select anything of this because it's gonna be my camera. I don't want to reduce keys. I don't want to create new cameras. I don't want to change the axis because it's already like the scale of Blender. Yeah, that's right. So I can import and I have my animation there. The only thing I have to change is the ratio, okay? Is the film gate is gonna be different. I'm gonna do this bigger. I'm gonna change the length of the shot in the sequencer. And now, looking from the camera, the shot is there. The thing I have to adjust a bit is the film gate. So I'm gonna go to the camera, and what I'm gonna do, just eyeballing, because again, I'm not doing final shot or previs yet, and just eyeballing what I need to do. So I'm gonna go here and take the idea of the shot, which is, yeah, something like that. So I can see more or less what is going on here. I can see the grass. I mean, it's not painted yet, but I see what is the feeling of the wind moving the grass. Very dark and moody. And then maybe see a dragon there or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna jump to modeling in Unreal Engine right now. So, okay, I can say that I need to see more or less at what frame I see the tail. I can bring also the grease pencil thing, but let's say around 100, the tail is in the middle. So I know that more or less around here, I'm just gonna create, let's say, in the modeling tools, I'm gonna create just a primitive, and that's gonna be like a locator or something like that. So let me just, maybe I can put a small arrow. Arrow is cool, right? So very, very tiny, like something like this. Very big. But yeah, so this is my anchor point. So I'm gonna complete this operation. I'm gonna go to select mode, and I'm gonna go completely, I'm gonna go completely outside my camera. So that's my anchor point. That's where this guy should start. Okay. So I have that reference there. What I'm gonna do now is start sculpting with Dynamesh that also is available in Unreal Engine. Oh, this is a beautiful grass. No. So it's very annoying to see the vegetation here. So, and I think I have so many things open at the same time that is freaking out. So let me just close some stuff, and I'm gonna hide the vegetation. Actually, I'm gonna push it down just to don't remove it and come back later. So, okay. So what I want to do now is to start prototyping the shape of the culebre. Just to put you also in context, the culebre is this kind of creature with mix of a snake and a dragon. So it's very long. So we can have creative licenses of going as long as we want. These concepts, again, from Anastasia to some ideas we are exploring and stuff. This is the area of Asturias. So yeah, it's a very long creature. So this is the house of my grandmother. And this is the classic Oreo, which is where you save the crops. And this is Nuberu, the god of the weather in Asturias. So yeah, this is the idea. This is a big snake. So we got a lot of creative licenses of how we want to do it. It's not, you know, it's not used quite a lot for any kind of movie or series or even books. It's open to interpretation. So the idea is to do a very long snake with wings of bats. Yeah, snake head or something like that. I only want to do the tail to see how it works. So I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna go again to the modeling tools. From here, what I want to do is to create a new primitive. And in this case, I want a cylinder. The good thing of this tool, I can see beforehand how this is gonna look. This reminds me 3D Max. So I want to make this like very long, even longer. It's okay if it's not long enough, because later I'm gonna change that with the sculpting tools. It would be nice. Okay, let's try this first, because I work in different ways, but let's try this first, and I'm gonna pivot the direction later. So I'm gonna put this around here. Hey. Okay, cool. So that's okay. I don't need my arrow anymore. So now what I'm gonna do basically is a couple of things. Before rotating this, I want to try deform it with space deform, and with this guy, I guess is, let me investigate this, because maybe it's not completely, yeah, I see what is going on. So let me just cancel this. Let me just align this to 0 rotation, so it's easier to understand what is going on. And then I'm gonna apply the deform, space deform again. I want to make sure that this is well aligned. I can change that later. I shouldn't remove the arrow, as you can see now, because I lost the idea of where we are in the camera. And oh, bend is this guy what I want, actually. Yeah. The problem is, if not, I can do it with the sculpt tools. Okay, that makes sense. And this is the lower. Okay, cool. This is working. Okay. Yes. Cool. Okay, see, I can cut. It would be nice to invert the operation, but I'm not gonna get picky with that. Unless unless I modify this in the other way around, but it's okay. It's more or less is what I want, to have a kind of something like this. I'm gonna apply this. I'm gonna take this guy, something like this. I'm gonna rotate this. I'm gonna put this guy around here. It's just orientation. Now I'm gonna sculpt on top, as you can imagine. Very quick theme. I'm gonna check from the camera. Okay, so I know that the point needs to be something like here. Yes, so here maybe there is a, let's say, there is the bagpipe with blood. So we got a little bit of storytelling there. We jump with the tail of the snake, and we discover all the story there with the guy there. The one thing I want to do beforehand is to change the lens of the camera, because I'm not in focus, so I want to animate this. I'm gonna make this bigger. I'm not gonna even take the sequencer. I'm gonna do this eyeballing. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna put the focus there. I'm gonna create a keyframe. I'm gonna go there, there, there. That's very big. I want to create another keyframe just in the shape. Okay, let's move forward around there, and finally revealing everything. The camera needs to be improved. I don't like the kind of traveling, but it's okay for what we need here. So now at least I got a first idea of the scale and how this would work, if it works. That makes sense. That makes sense. And the chain of focus, I didn't do it. So I'm gonna create a new keyframe there. So now there is a focus there, focus there, focus there. I can offset the focus, the pulling, but let's say that's okay. So now, knowing this is here, I can select this guy. I can go to Sculpt, and that is what I'm gonna do. Before sculpting, I'm gonna do another thing. I'm gonna go to triangles, and I'm going to remesh this. So I have a better distribution, proportional along all the shape. So it's easier to sculpt with no artifacts. So I'm gonna even put this higher, like 10,000. Something like that. It's getting slow because I have so many things open. Maybe I should close Houdini. Bye Houdini. This is calculating. I'm gonna close Blender because, well, maybe no, because I need to see that thing. Okay, so with that, I can just literally accept. And then, yes, then I can sculpt. So I'm going to deform Sculpt so I can have different shapes. The first thing I want to do is to pinch this to have the tail, and that's very important because it's the entire thing. Again, this is a blocking thing. I don't expect to have this perfect, but at least something that tells me if it works or not. I need to put more strength into this guy. Don't be shy. Come on. Oh, I'm flattening. Silly. Okay. That's what I wanted. So. Okay. That's alright. I'm gonna go now very soft and start pinching the rest. I said soft. Doesn't have to be perfect. Cool. I can press shift and smooth out things just a bit. And now the next thing I want to do is I'm gonna move with a big brush, and also I think the fall off is okay. The fall off is okay, but the brush has to be good. Has to be big, because otherwise you're gonna see where this starts or ends. You see, like that, you have some artifacts. So let me just go high. Yeah, that's what I want, more or less. I can go even wilder, and I think it's quite fat there to be. Yeah, later I can make this, you know, like a little bit more. Also, it has to be a little bit buried there. Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted, more or less. Cool. Big snake, eh? So now is the moment of, as you can see, the mesh is updating. I want to make, this is quite big. I need to pinch this more. Cool. And now this is the more problematic area, but I think with move I can try to make something here. Luckily, because this is Dynamesh. Ah, come on, don't change this every single time. Why is changing all the time? Oh, it's every single time I press the shift. Yeah, let me just go back. This is harder. So I'm gonna make this bigger and try to move all in one piece, because otherwise it's gonna be a lot of deformation. Again, it's okay because it's just exploration, but I don't want to fake it too much. I want to feel the shape more or less. Again. Okay. Cool. Okay, that's enough. I can start pulling from there. That's okay, that's good. So now I can make this smaller and start pulling this around there. Then taking this again. Why is changing all the time to smooth? I think it's every single time I press shift, but I can't avoid to press shift if I want to move from the camera. And yes, there I can just move this around there. Now I can make even smaller. I can take this guy, I can put this guy, I can take this guy again. Cool, 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 cool. I can go again even smaller. Hopefully, because I'm sculpting with Dynamesh, I can go as wild as I want. So I'm gonna go even smaller. Yeah. Then I can inflate this. In fact, I'm gonna inflate it right now. It's all the time changing the, I don't know if it's because I had a pen here, but it's all the time changing the brush. So I can inflate this to don't lose volume. I need to tweak that later. But again, this is just to have an idea, so I'm not gonna get super picky. And then I can go smaller again. And then maybe going up there, smaller. Cool, cool, cool. I need to inflate that again, but at least I guess from the camera, that's what I need. Kind of works. I need to fix this clearly. I'm gonna go outside the camera because it's quite fake. And again, this is just to understand scales, what kind of creature we need, how long is the creature, is it gonna work, is not gonna work. And I think right now, yeah, I think it's gonna work. We just need a massive rig. That is gonna be, I think it's gonna be done in Rigify, most likely. I'm gonna start making this smaller. This is massive here. It's like already 8 something. You know, like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. I really like fat here, but anyway, I'm gonna put this smaller, and maybe with a smaller brush, I can just, oh, that's too much. I just want to make a clear shape there, and a clear twist there. It's tricky there. It's tricky there. I'm wondering. Yeah, that's okay. I wonder if there is something in flatten. That's okay. So I'm gonna press. Well, let me see the camera. Yeah, this is very fat there on the left. I'm gonna put this a little bit down. Kind of like the variation of different. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna press OK. Done. So now it's really cool to see this already because it tells me a lot of how this looks, a part of this crap I put here with the modeling. But I'm wondering, one final thing. I'm wondering if I can just delete vertices. Sorry for cracking my back. Yeah, it's gonna be flying. So the thing is exactly that. Is here actually it's gonna be a second volume. So I'm gonna. I want to do different things. First of all, I want to go triangles, and I want to try edit, and I want to take these vertices. How can I select them is another story. I really want to select them. Let me see. Try edit, simplify, select. Cool. I like that. No. Oh, visible. Interesting. Huh. Interesting, these selection tools, have to be honest. But sometimes a little bit confusing. I just want, yes, and grow, something like that. And then I guess, delete triangles. Cool. And I hope, let me see one thing. I'm gonna select this, but that's okay. I don't wanna get crazy. I can take my grass and put this here. So it's cool how obviously I need to clean this grass to don't have intersections, and I want also the snake to move, but it's cool to see how this already interacts somehow. It's not interacting, but interacts in terms of artistic approach, the grass and the stuff with the shape of the creature. So yeah, I see I think the snake should start earlier, around, yeah, as the, yeah, I think I need to change that very fast. So I'm gonna go again to sculpt, Dyna sculpt. I'm gonna move the tail, yes, around there, and make a little bit of interesting shape. Let me see from the camera. I should put this more, let's go smaller, even smaller, and let's put this. The problem with Dynamesh at this point, I shouldn't use Dynamesh. I should use Sculpt, so I don't change the topology too much. Let me see from the camera. Okay. Okay. A little bit strange, weird start, but we can call it okay-ish. Later again, vegetation, we can change it, we can play around with that. But the idea is to have our original shape. Now the second shape, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that because it's been a while without sculpting, but I can at least to take the idea. This can be a start with a sphere and put one arm and try that, just to have the idea, nothing crazy. So to do that, what I'm gonna do is to go to again create a primitive. Create primitive. I want a sphere type 1, I guess, and then I want to put that sphere on here, around here. So this has to be bigger. That's a good starting point. And I want more subdivisions. Let me see if it's type 2 slices. Okay, I don't know what kind of, and the other, this one is better. So I just want normal shape. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna put this here. I edit that now. I complete. I go back to lit, and I'm gonna put the shape around there. Let me check. So yeah, somehow around there. I'm gonna start just trying to start with a more standard shape. You know, I can even go here. I can do things like that. I can do like a ZBrush with the set spheres. I can just go here and say I want another primitive. In this case, I want a cylinder. Something like this. Maybe way smaller. You know, something like this. Then I want another cylinder. Thing. I said thing, not that thing. Maybe something like this, and bigger because makes sense. And yeah, but in this case I want to, yeah, something like that. What is the other? So then the tail, I can make it, let me see how much is the difference. It's not needed. What I can do actually is add a little bit of extra sphere. I hope it's cool. This one, yeah, it's the one we need. And I'm gonna go bigger. Cool. Now I can do this. I can select this, and this. Go to, I have different ways. I can merge, but I can box merge, which is gonna give me a nice, oh, a nice crash. That's what it's gonna give me. Of course, I push too much. Risks of pushing things. Sometimes fails, sometimes doesn't. It depends. Hey, yeah, it's okay, man. No, I was going only to sculpt the tentacle, but I thought maybe we can block the creature a bit to understand the shape. But it crashed when I tried to merge with voxelization all the meshes in one. So I'm rebooting now. I'm wondering why it crashed. The problem is maybe I lost stuff as usual, because that's what happens to me every single time. So let me just open the sequence. Oh, cool, I don't have it in the camera. But maybe I have. Wow. Yeah, this could be one of those days. This should be generated. So I got all these guys' path, and I really don't have the. Should be one of the cylinders. Interesting. Yep, this sounds like, but interesting. What is saved? Well, anything was rescued. I mean, it's like a nasty crash. Sometimes it's here because I applied that. But I didn't save. That's stupid. So yeah, that's sad. I have to redo that, but I'm not gonna redo it now because that's gonna be boring. But yeah, maybe the only thing I can do maybe is to sculpt, because you know what I can do is only sculpt the part of. It's interesting that anything was saved, even not the sequencer. It was a big while without saving, right? Anyway, I'm gonna bring at least the, wow, not even the terrain. That's crazy. That's, wow, what a crash. That's an epic one. That's the one that I lost like 2 hours of things. Yeah, I know. It's like so lazy to go to the autosave. I can check. Nuberu content. No, sorry. Nuberu saved engine. this is, yeah, this guy. Or also I can go to backup. No. But I'm wondering, oh, come on, game. Yeah, I'm wondering if I can just drag and drop. No, actually I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this. No, sorry, only this. 25. Okay, cool. Build no ungenerated just in case. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna go to Nuberu. I'm gonna go to content. I'm gonna paste that. Let's see. We got at least the cylinder is lost. We got at least the camera, which is something. The material is lost. The question is the generated things. Okay, I have here the cylinder. That's good. The problem is if I put 000, it's not gonna be there because it would be so easy. That would be so easy. So I'm gonna go outside, find my snake, understand where the hell I am in the world. Okay, I'm gonna put the snap on. I'm gonna do something very nasty. Unless, wait a second. Nah. Interesting that the project is not safe. Because this one is from, should be the one, right? But the creature, the guy is not there. Sadly, it's not there. But yeah, anyway, I lost the guy, but I got it here at least in generated. I just need to find the transforms, but I don't have them. But I can try to. Yeah, I got the sequencer safe here. Is this guy? Shot TST. So the camera is here, but the problem that oh, wait a second. I had the transform maybe here. How can I? Oh, cool. Maybe, because I don't know why it's in the sequencer, but maybe having that in the sequencer was me having a lot of luck. Maybe not. Let me try one crazy thing. Wow, I think I'm a lucky bastard. Wow, I think I'm gonna be a lucky bastard. Oh, I can't believe this. If this happens, wow, I don't know. I'm scared. It's the last one, last value. Wow. Oh my god, it works. Thank you, Jay. You give me the idea. That's cool. Yeah, it was here all the time, so I don't know why it was in the sequencer. Yeah, I got them. I mean, it's done. It should be. Wait a second. Whoa, the scale, I scale it a bit, right? Wow. Wait a second. Look at this boy hidden there. Look at this boy hidden there in set. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that, man. Amazing. What's hidden, eh? Yeah, you're right. I don't know why I didn't do like that. It's at the end of the day, I don't want to have that in the sequencer. So yeah, I can track it here, right? The guy, no, to bind here. But anyway, so now it's moment to save everything. Save all. Whew. Nice. Thank you guys. Nice support. Yeah, man, I was like wondering why the scale is because I didn't free transfer and things, and I have something weird here. Oh, okay, I got the other seed in there. Yes, I don't mind. Still odd. Why? Sometimes the cinematic viewport, you go here again. Now I close the sequencer, of course. This is the kind of things now. Which one is? I don't remember. No. This looks like this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I wanted. And then the other thing, I brought out wet material I didn't save. It was this guy from Megascans. Cool, export. Yeah, that was my bad. Come on, it's not there. Don't lie to me. Yeah, backups. But sometimes I have to say it's a little bit. It's not like self-contained in one file like you are used to work with Blender or Maya. Sometimes you back up the project, but maybe some of the materials are not saved, or the other way around, some of the materials are saved, but the project doesn't have backup, and then you will need to go to the folders and recreate everything. I really hate the dynamic of investigation to reconstruct your project. It should be more high level, you know, like a project that contains everything inside. I understand that for video games that doesn't make sense, but if you are used to working films, you don't want to think, oh, maybe the materials are saved. Oh, I didn't compile that. So, you know, that's the problem sometimes with the backups, that, yeah, you can back up and then everything is disconnected because you didn't save the skeletal mesh, or you didn't save the camera, or you didn't compile. Yeah, that's I agree with that. Is you need to have a clean mind, and you want your clean mind to work in creativity, not to understand all the logic of what is my save file, no? That's my humble opinion. So yeah, maybe change in the future, I don't know. So I'm gonna put this guy here. You see, for example, now if I go to the Unreal asset, on the scene file, the backup, I wouldn't have this material because it wasn't safe. It's hard to change that because you are working with a video game engine that needs compiling and creating its own assets. However, maybe with USD, and this is like the holy grail, the solution that has been talked during years and years, and it doesn't end to land like properly a part of Pixar and stuff. Like with USD, you don't save. You are calling to a library like Google Docs, no, in the cloud, and then you just you don't convert. If I'm not wrong, USD doesn't create in Unreal on assets. It just reads the description of the scene without converting, and that's ideal. That's how you want to work. You know, you don't want to rely into in-house assets because sometimes could be painful, right? Like now, like maybe I have a backup, but the backup is only for the Unreal Engine scene, but not for the rest of the things. So By the way, it's great how the new Quixel instance materials bring a lot of extra options to customize things. It's really great, really cool. Okay, so I got my snake there. I'm gonna save everything again. I'm wondering why that didn't work. I want just to do that one more time again to see what is the problem in the log. But I want to see it because it works to have these things clean somehow. Because I want to use that tool a lot. I want to sculpt a lot inside the scene. So let's go wild. Let's go to the roof again. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to modeling tools. I'm gonna go to primitive. I'm gonna select my sphere. I think it was type 1. Yeah, type 1. I'm gonna take around 2 subdivisions. I'm gonna say around 300 here. That's cool. I'm gonna put this guy here. I don't want to take too much time on this. I'm gonna take another cylinder. And this has to be something like this. Cool. And now let's try. I'm gonna take this and this. Okay, now it works. So I don't know why it didn't work before. Actually, let me. Oh my god, I shouldn't control set. Let me repeat. Why I want to repeat? Because I'm wild. Now I want to. So that makes more sense to me. I'm gonna accept that. Maybe I should go one by one. I don't know. I really don't know. So again, Dynamesh. I'm gonna save. Because if not, this new asset, if I crash, yes, maybe have a backup, but this new asset is lost. No, this is a plugin from, I think, 4.24. You just need to go to here, edit plugins, and then go to modeling. Oh, come on. Modeling tools editor mode, and then just go here and you have this beautiful mode. It's made by one of the guys of Mesh Mixer of Autodesk that now is working in Epic Games, and it's really, really, really powerful. You can create even UVs, you have Dynamesh, and for prototyping, obviously not for final maybe, but for prototyping it's really powerful. I use it a lot to have an idea, because later what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take all this snake, I'm gonna export it to Blender, I'm gonna give that to the concept artists and modelers, and they have an idea of what is the creature we need to do in terms of design, of the specific shots and tone and style of what we are looking for. So it's really, really amazing, to be honest. It's really cool. So yeah, now I can go to Deform, Dynasculpt, and then Symmetry I think is not yet there, but I'm okay. I'm gonna start just shaping this with a little bit of taking the idea. It's gonna be very cheap, so don't expect now something really amazing. I hate this every single time I press the goddamn button. Oh my god, why? By the way, if the mesh disappears like this, just go here, just go to bounds and put this around 100 or something like that. It's like something. By the way, I'm starting a video game with blueprints. I'm starting a video game because I don't want to get rusty with blueprints. I did a small, tiny video game. You can see that on my Instagram, VFX Alvaro. And I want to keep going with those things, because it's a nice way of I don't know what I'm doing here. It's a nice way of refreshing blueprints and logic also for movies later, you know. So okay, cool. So let me see. I'm gonna make maybe one arm. I'm curious, it should do this maybe with, I think there was flatten plane, fixed plane. Okay, let me just try to normal sculpt with something very small, a lot of strength. I don't know how the mesh is gonna work now, to be honest. That was like lamps. Oh, come on. Ah, to the normal. Yes, I want to sculpt through the normal. That's hard. I need to use move. And inflate. Che, inflate. Okay. I'm wondering why my brush is changing all the time. Because I don't see with the eye what is going on, but I see that my brush is changing all the time. And I don't understand why. Okay. Oh boy, come on. Just an idea, eh? It's not gonna be perfect. I just want to see how this works. No. Oh, I did it wrong. Anyway. Ah, I did it wrong. You think... Nah, that's not a tool that we got here. It would be nice to move, like rotating. And this is gonna be really painful, right? Like I'm gonna break everything here, right? My god. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and leave it like it is. Because again, I don't know why rabbit holes so much sometimes into these things, because it's not the intention of this demo. So I'm gonna just do a second one. So obviously this has wings. But yeah, they start from here. So how they start from the shoulder? They don't start from the shoulder, they start from there, you know, like boom and boom. So those are like wings. I'm not gonna spend time on this, I just want to know there are wings there, cool. And then there is another here, another arm. When this works, okay. And then, yeah, the shape, this. And then move more, bigger. Again, just to have the idea. and then I'm gonna inflate. I should sculpt actually, but anyway. And then I'm gonna check from perspective. Sorry, from the camera. Yes, obviously I did think that they are not as it should. I mean, all this thing, it should be, this arm should fall here, but I can have an impression of what I want. So if I watch this, I say, okay, we see the bagpipe, we see the tail, we see a boot, a knife that I put before, whatever. So we see a hat, and then we see the snake there. What I did is bad, but at least I want to reproduce timing and the idea of shape and volumes of a blocking. Just to don't commit mistakes when I do the rigging area and the concept art and design. So that more or less, oh, I have to change the film gate a bit because that wasn't safe. Of course, it wasn't safe. I'm gonna do this again, eyeballing. So, oh, no, of course. It was good. It was just being silly. I think the lens maybe change. Okay, so yes, that's the bagpipe would be around here. Some blood, then around here we should start seeing the tail. I don't see the tail. Okay, a little, it needs to be earlier. Then we see the tail, we see something, and then we see the creature that most likely is gonna be moving all together, and then like a splitting blood or something like that, you know. So I already got some decals around here. I actually only have one decals. You know what? Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, of course, this crash, the decal is not there. I'm gonna bring this axe. And let's see. But yeah, this is just a first exploration. Again, things I'm doing with the project, this is a first step. One thing is gonna be done very soon is just a very normal screenplay, and so final draft is great, at least to start with something like, you know, there is a guy. I mean, this is like the next day, yeah. Morning, interior, whatever. There is a guy, blah, 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 blah. So this is one thing I want to start, just to writing a lot of log lines with the idea of only of the shot, not even the story. Just I want to see what happens in the shot. And most likely it's gonna be like there is a guy that arrives to the shot and sees this blood and the bagpipe, and then the camera moves forward and we see the creature. I want to write that just to start, you know, to stimulate extra ideas of how is the universe. Because as I said in the very beginning, I feel comfortable being inspired by visuals and then writing, and the writing inspire the visuals and entering into this loop in parallel. I don't like too much linear productions, like until the screenplay is not done, you don't start with the art. I need the art to be inspired all the time. So, okay, I got this. Let me just see if I got a decal with blood, like maybe something like this. The decals can't be added to the foliage properly, so I need to paint maybe some foliage with another new material, with maybe some blood on top of the grass, and then obviously the floor is gonna be with some splats of blood as well. Oh yeah, I exported or I'm just talking and not doing anything. Oh yes, of course. And then for the next chapter, I'm gonna start most likely with the rigging and the design of the creature. I mean the sculpting, but I also want to investigate what is the best way to do the rigging, because I don't want to rely on alembics. So most likely I'm gonna use the same technique I use for other characters. I'm gonna prepare a high-res sculpting, and that's gonna be it's gonna be weighted in the low poly, and I'm gonna apply the displacement. I'm gonna export the high-res mesh with that, with the extra details. So if I go here, let me see. Not very clear, eh? And that's because it's a lot of reflection, like a lot. And there are many guilty things here. One of them is the atmosphere, I think, and the HDR. Yeah, the HDR is making a lot of reflections you don't want, which is sad because I need it. I mean, not that you don't want, it's just different. I'm gonna go straight to the material and change it because I don't want to tweak the rest of the things that already work. So I'm gonna go straight to roughness and wherever is normals as well. And it would be nice if I find specular that I'm not finding. Roughness, opacity, normal, parallax, albedo. Anyway, let's play very fast. I'm gonna put this here if you don't mind, with the roughness at least. That I'm not finding any results. Yes. It's not good enough. Normals. Maybe I need to put metallic. I'm reading you guys. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you. Happy to help. Hello, Wolf Eye. What software you use for making character rigging and facial animation? I use Blender. Blender Rigify right now. I think it's great, to be honest. A lot of options to customize. Okay, if I make this more metallic, I can have a better look. But again, you just need to be more consistent. Let me see. No, it's not good. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. I need to find better ways. I mean, I'm wondering. Yeah, I was thinking like if I add two together. But I need to play with that, indeed. And the same thing. If I put something around here, but the problem, obviously, I'm wondering, is it the opacity? Because if it's the opacity, nah. It's just a lot of reflection. Yes, like massive in the decal. And I can't, I really have to go to the, okay. Oh. So I'm gonna right click this, promote to parameter. I'm gonna save it. So I can just, in the master material I have now, the new value of specular, I can just put that down a bit. So it's not bothering me anymore. Cool. So now I can go to the instance material and I can just go here. Oh, so it's not exactly that. Oh, it's depending on the material who is, okay, I see, because in the rocks works really well, right? It's just the material on top. But anyway, let's say interesting. Really bad, really cheap. Really cheap. I don't like cheap. No one likes cheap. Because it's obvious. When something is cheap, it's really obvious. Oh, why the scale is not proportional? Another mystery. Okay, so no blood here. I have my massive camera that is very easy to see what is it from Blender. That's super useful. My god. So I'm gonna, obviously the metallic is not working. So I'm gonna change this to just a hint. And now I miss reflections. Of course. But not that much. Why the roughness is not working? Anyway. Fine. Fine. I'm gonna accept it. Because sometimes we need to accept things. Ooh. That's the sun. I have a massive sun. But anyway, to prototype, I will come back to here, of course. I mean, this is really bad. So we can put even like, I'm very curious, just as a concept, as an idea, because I saw the axe of Megascans, and I'm wondering, something that could be really cool, it could be to, in the 3D assets, take my, it's bamboo, hetman, Japanese, what is the name? What is the name of the axe? I brought the axe, no? Bamboo stick, cornerstone, this one. I'm wondering, you know, once this is done properly, is something cool. Could be this. Because it helps a lot to tell the story. You know, it can be then fall. In the moment the snake starts to fall, you know, you can see there is some struggle there, you know, of the guy. And I think here, I also download this kind of new night of the marketplace. Oh, no boots. I want my boots. But maybe a helmet, right? Where is my helmet? Where is my helmet? I want my helmet. Oh, cool. Ah, no. What is my helmet, dude? It's compiling images. Okay, it was very. Oh, look, trick. Because now, you know, this is for a skeletal mesh. I don't need this. I just go to again. It's a skeletal mesh. I don't want the skeletal mesh. Can I convert this? No, this is not a skeletal. This is a skeletal mesh, right? Can I convert a skeletal mesh into a static mesh? You know, to do that, guys, to convert a skeletal mesh into, I have to export and import again, right? Nah, it's okay, whatever. Fine. I just wanted to change the pivot. So I'm gonna add the camera. Sorry, I'm gonna select the camera. I'm gonna change the focus. So I didn't animate the focus because sometimes I'm just stupid. Just an idea, eh? Oh, really? Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Okay, what is it that? So if I go to the skeletal... Yeah, I was thinking that, right? Oh, I need to go inside. So, there is a make a static mesh button inside the skeletal mesh. Here? I thought it was like right click something, no? In the original. Oh, inside? Okay. Dimension selection. Wind asset. Reference. House. Yes, I'm trying to find the make a static mesh thing. Okay. Oh, fuck. Sorry, I'm silly. Nice. So, cool. Amazing. So I'm gonna go to shots, and this is gonna be helmet. Great. The bigger the bottom, the worse. I need small things. So I guess now, indeed, I got a static mesh in shots with a helmet. Okay, the pivot is not there, so what I want is to go to edit pivot. I want to put this in the center. I'm gonna accept, and now my pivot is there. So I can just delete this skeletal mesh, and this one is already with the pivot in the center, is what I wanted. So, cool. I'm gonna put this guy there. That's great. Just a splat. I don't want like something really crazy. Actually, the scale is really bad. So let me just put this guy around there and change the decal. Just a bit, because it's quite big. Oof, the reflections are killing me, eh? I'm gonna change this here. I just want only the splats in the helmet. Yeah, something like that. So I guess, yeah, this works better, no? I hope. Yeah. There is a couple of things I would add, because it doesn't help to tell what I want to tell, because I can't see the shape because everything is blue here. So I have different options, of course. I can work with materials. I'm just gonna try to fake a small point light, very subtle, with actually just try to bring some extra reflections, but now this looks flat, so I just need... It's not good enough. This is the good versus great. There is always... This is the part where Unreal wins. Like, exploration. I'm just trying to get a ring light to read better the shape. So I'm gonna do this and rotate so I can get a perfect ring light. Without a look that looks like is electrical light. That's the problem I got now. So I need to go, this is nothing, very hard to read. 0.5 helps, but this feels fake. And now the normals of the decal are quite high. So I need to go here again and just put down the normals to something that makes more sense. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, right. So, and also this other guy needs, what is now my material here? Sorry, it's very hard to work with one screen only. But this guy could have more repetition. So I'm gonna go 0.12. And I want to bring my normal maps higher. I'm wondering. Excuse me. Why? Oh boy. Is this a beautiful crash? No. I'm gonna save, guys. I'm gonna save everything. Save all. I saw a question there about Unreal Engine 4. Do you think Unreal Engine 2. Unreal Engine 4, I guess, is a good option as CG elements and real footage offline? It's a good option to add CG elements to real footage. Sorry, I'm confused. To add CG elements to real footage. Oh, I see what you mean. To live action. The problem is that you are gonna eat a lot of this GPU memory because EXR needs a lot of memory to be read in real time, and New caches that out. What they need to do, I don't know if it's possible, is to cache out that. I use the tools when you can take advantage of the tool. I don't like to rabbit hole too much into this kind of live action. You have to do the camera tracking in another software, bring the camera, then put that there. Needs to make sense. And to me, what makes sense right now is to have this kind of moments of lighting in real time to work with a shot. It's what I enjoy the most part of it. But for live action, yeah, I mean, you can do it. You have composite and you can do crazy stuff, but you are eating a lot of GPU budget you want to use for other stuff. The thing is, the answer is yes. My question is why. I always ask why. We need to answer the whys. For example, why I not seen the normals? That's a big why. I'm very confused right now. Why only works the tiling and this, but normals are like, nah, we don't care. This is very confusing. So I am able to see the normals and stuff. Whoa. Wow. What is going on in this camera? Oh, the normals are working. Okay. So that was a bug. Cool. Nice. Good to know. So anyway, yeah. Cool, that's great. I like it. I like even the leaves creating variations with the normals. And again, this reflection is so much right now. I need to change that too much. I think just the reflection underneath is good enough. And I would change even the opacity maybe. It's interesting because the opacity also changes. I see. And then of course I would go to foliage, and then I will take one of these guys, very small, like 5, and then let's put this density very high. Needs to be bigger. It's not good enough. The grass, I need to improve the grass. But it's just for the sake of having an idea. And of course the grass, I want to create another asset with some stuff. And something I think would help a lot is set dressing with some tiny rocks. Maybe, you know, let me try. Very tiny. This is not tiny. This is not tiny. With offset, I need to put the offset. Let's put -2, -3, and the scale 0.1, 0.2. This is not working. I'm gonna do it manually. I'm gonna take a massive rock. I'm gonna make that as a small rock because I don't want to paint. I want to have full control of what I'm doing. So I'm gonna go to meshes. Sorry, I'm gonna go to mega scans, and I got already. This could work. Actually, you know what should I do? I should take the, if I find it, I don't know what is it. Okay, disappear. I got good stones there, but you know, I don't care. I'm gonna take this guy. I'm gonna go completely outside. I'm gonna do this. It's just a cheat. I don't care if this is meant to be used in this way or not, because what I really want is to add just a bit of randomness. But there was another couple of maybe this guy here. Ooh. Indeed, I need more decals because this is not good enough. Not just this one. Just want to add some breaking the scene a bit. I really don't like the splats on the grass, so I'm gonna try to put the splats like something like this, and then oops. Come on. Yeah, something like this. Yeah. Okay. So we got oh. Who are you? Oh really, man? Okay, forget that. I don't know. I did all that stuff. Maybe because I did a keyframe by mistake. Of course. This is another stat that sometimes you are with a sequencer and you create a keyframe there and you don't want to do a keyframe, and then by error you create a keyframe and you don't see the things. So I just want to break. I hope. Cool. not super fan of the grass, so the less I see the grass, the better. So now, more or less, I have a better perception of things. So now the snake would be there, some fighting there, and the creature will be there. That's more or less what I want to do. So now you see, now I have more ideas. I didn't thought about putting an axe there. That helps a lot to tell that there is a struggle. So you see the guy died, that's sure. The guy tried to fight, but the monster is quite pretty damn big and scary. So you see a progression of the story with almost no movement at all. In fact, I want to move the snake very, very, you know, the snake, maybe you can see the tail here, and then you can see the classic very slow movement while maybe it's eating or something, you know, and you see then here all the blood going down with an alembic, most likely a simulation in Houdini. And this guy is gonna be rigging Rigify. We need to work now for the next episode for in the character design. But it's gonna be quite interesting. I think it's gonna be a really nice work overall for this hero shot that is gonna define, and again, the style and tone of the series of Nuberu. I'm gonna do a couple of things just because I feel like, but we are more or less done. This is because I wanted. So yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of there. And the other thing I want to show you, I was doing like, yeah, oops, that was too much. Wow. That was scary. This comes from Houdini. It's a landscape exported as a hayfield and works pretty okay, and it's quite modular. So another thing I was doing is just creating a small town with foliage tools. And again, I did the same process. What I did actually is using the modeling tools to do that. And just to give you an example, maybe crashes, and because maybe crashes, that's why I'm gonna do this right now. I can go again here. I can select this. I'm gonna make a new house. Let's say, let's go to medieval dogs. No, there was another one that I prefer. Fantasy village meshes. I'm gonna take let's say this guy and this guy. Cool. I'm gonna put, is this correct scale? Maybe it's not, but anyways, it's a demo. I want a better roof. Anyway, so I'm gonna put this inside this. I'm gonna reset all the transforms. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna put this guy around there. I mean, I had to do this. I don't know why. It's not the, maybe I'm taking the wrong assets, but it's a demo. Okay. Control W, create a new one. Okay, we can call this a house. It's not the perfect house, but it's a house. So now I can select these guys, can go to modes, modeling, and rather than doing a box merge, I can actually do combine, and I can accept, and that's gonna create a new combine meshes. I need to reapply the materials, but I don't wanna do this now, but you can imagine that you can do this, okay? So now I have a new mesh here that is gonna be created in generated. This is my guy, and with that, I can literally paint cities and towns with modular things. So as I did there, as you can see. So I was exploring, okay, in this film, there are these kind of towns in the middle of the mountains. How can I do this very fast? And foliage tools is your friend, so I can go literally here. And you know, a couple of things you need to adjust. I'm gonna go to sorry, not landscape. I need to go to foliage, and I'm gonna deselect this guy and bring my house with the combined meshes there, and then I can literally paint with this. Couple of things before painting. Let's reduce the density because yesterday crashed a lot. By the way, I'm doing sneaky lives, but I don't say anything to anyone because they are not official lives, and I do that around very late. They are not prepared, and they are not official in the way that maybe I talk about things they are not quite related with Unreal Engine or Realtime or even filmmaking. If you are interested in seeing my other face in this world, just subscribe. This is not like a promo of YouTuber. This is just because I know if you subscribe and you ring the bell, you will be noticed. Because I'm not gonna say, hey, I'm doing a live, because most of the cases it's gonna be an improvisation of things I'm doing in that moment. But we have to say, maybe if someone is there that being yesterday, we have fun and we have deep talks. And yesterday we talk about philosophy, we talk about geopolitics, we talk about what is our meaning in this planet. So if you are interested in seeing this piece of myself that, you know, exists, just subscribe, because I'm not gonna tell anyone, hey, I'm doing a live session, Alembic. So you see, there is people that knows what we talk about. I did a live session, and during 2 hours, all the people was asking me about Alembic files. So this is my town. Okay, you can see here, the problem is, I'm gonna push this to the limit because I'm finishing the class of today. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, trust me. We talk about deep stuff, and I'm considering if the things start to be more interesting when I talk about stupid things than doing Unreal Engine, maybe I should talk more about the stupid things, because that is a kind of different content, right? So just let me know. I can talk about, I'm very good talking about the stupid things for a long time. It's my specialty. And sometimes I do movies, but the other part of my time is about being stupid. It's cool. So, why? No. Oh my god, where are my houses? Oh, it's because the pivot is on the middle of nowhere. That's very sad, don't you think? Oh, that's very sad. So I need to go to the house. This is something I would like to see, the modeling tools inside the modeling editor, not inside the viewer. So I'm gonna go to select, I'm gonna go to modes, select, I'm gonna take the house, and I want to do the following thing that I forgot to do. I'm going to modes, I'm going to modeling, I'm going to transfer, edit pivot, and the pivot has to be in the bottom. I accept, I delete. Now I go to foliage tools, and because I don't trust anything, I'm gonna delete this. I didn't need to delete that, but I'm gonna drag and drop again, just in case. You never know, man, you never know. You need to have your eyes peeled all the time. And now my houses are more like, okay, obviously they are following the normals, so if I want to do that, I can just go here, and I can do this, and just paint my towns in no time. Obviously you need to reapply the materials, but it's good because, you know, you can just create your crazy stuff in a second. I literally can go here and say my brush is gonna be a little bit bigger, you are gonna be, I like it, I like this kind of moment here, it's kind of cool. And then it's like, there we go, my city is ready to be alive in a second. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, houses. Everyone wants houses. Who doesn't want a house? I mean, it's one of the human rights, right? So we deserve housing. So I just populate a world with houses. Obviously, the slope makes that this not quite realistic, but I don't care at this moment. And obviously, you can have many variations of houses. So Yeah. So now if I just go here, I can create a single, and this single I can select it. Maybe. Yeah, that was the idea, Manu. I want to do that actually, with that style, like something quite dense. Oh, but in Asturias, to be honest, the houses are separated 1 mile one from the other. Oh, I can't move. This is very slow. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to show that option, that you have the option of creating crazy stuff like this, and you have the proper materials and and things like that. You can have a really good environment. What is? Oh, I'm so. You see what I mean? Oh no, it's there. Okay, cool. Wow, that's out of fog. I had that fog always. Okay, fine. So yeah, that's my housing plan. So yeah, part of that, again, this is more or less what I wanted to start with. At this moment, is also working with lighting, even if apparently there is only one light that comes from the sun. You need to cheat a bit, and cheating is good. We are filmmakers, we are not honest people, we are liars, and we need to lie. So, the roof already has a light there. This guy, one of these guys is, I'm wondering, this one is there, and this one is, yes, this is the guy who is in the roof. So if I put something like 2000, I can now try to bring the creature a lot more alive if I find where the hell is the light, of course, because that's another story. So I'm gonna go to the point light, I'm gonna press G, I'm gonna try to take this light. Oh, I'm gonna try to push the creature somehow. One thing you maybe want to do is to work with different layers of lights that you can do here in channels, and you can say you're gonna be in channel 2 and this guy is gonna be only in channel 2, so only affects this guy. It's cheating a lot, and sometimes it's not quite realistic, but if you know how to do it and you are just trying to tell a story and you are quite careful of how you do it, you can try to get nice results, as you can see. But I mean, this is too much. I can just go very soft, and helps a lot to once we bring the creature and we sculpt the final creature, it's gonna work, because this looks like a massive dildo with nothing. Sorry about the comment, but I was thinking, what the hell is this? So yeah, and I want to remove the fog because this guy is breaking a lot. And please, no lens flares. Lens flares, how many professional cameras create lens flares by default? I mean, it's good to, I love lens flares, but every single time. So let me just put this like this. So now I want also a second light. So yeah, sorry, I'm just saying comments randomly. When I start to work with no direction, I become wild, and wild Alvaro is a motherfucker most of the cases. A little tiny motherfucker. It's like now. Okay, good. Let's see, where is this light? I just want to see the crown better. So I'm gonna go again from the camera. I just want a hint. And I don't want, you see, I'm gonna put this on channel 3. No, it needs to be in channel 2. And this needs to be also in channel 2. And this light is gonna be only in channel 2. So then is when I can start painting. Yes, as a hint. This is quite strong again, so I'm gonna do different things. The source radius. Yeah, that's all I need. Another thing I need, this one is in channel only 1. I'm gonna create a new one for channel 2, channel 1, channel 2. That is gonna be another rectangular light. Look into the camera. Look at me. Look at me. Big. Not here. Sometimes. Big here. Because I know in the future this is gonna have a lot of details, so I'm just thinking forward, and the channel only channel 1. No, sorry. Very strong. I'm gonna play now with something quite crazy. I'm gonna go with this light quite far. Like quite far. Like there. Because again, I want the decay to don't affect too much the shape of all the snake. So to do that, I need to do this. That's my light. Now, 5,000. It's not even arriving. Attenuation radius. 5,000. It's not even arriving, or it's quite dim. I think it's not arriving, or it's blocked by something else. I don't want volume scattering. Okay, now it's working. Cool. So now, as you can see, I can start creating a kind of ring light. That's what I wanted. So I'm gonna make this even bigger, like 3,000 by... The good thing of Unreal Engine is like these scales can go crazy, and it's gonna be more or less what you expect. That's the beauty. So you see I have this new kind of ring light there, and I can go like this. So now the difference, as you can see, just a hint to help to see the shapes and the volumes way better. And I'm gonna make this bluish because also I can tint the light. And why not? Let's go triple. So you see this thing already helps a lot to, even if it's fake, who cares? No one cares. No one is gonna tell you you are doing fake lighting. Who is gonna tell you that? If someone's tell you that, man, they don't know. So now, yeah, now we got something that we can read the shapes. I need to work in the foliage, of course. I need to work in my own assets, indeed. But then the snake is gonna move there. You can see the ring light, you can see the volumes, and the creature is gonna be there. I mean, this is quite strong here, but that's the point, working in that direction. Anyway, I'm gonna read very fast. I prefer rectangular lights because, I mean, if you see the reflections with a rectangular lights to have equally spread in a surface that is already flat is way better. Otherwise, a spherical light is gonna concentrate all the speculars in the middle, while a rectangular light, the intensity is spread all over the square. So I prefer to this kind of surfaces to work with a rectangular light. It's like how you would work in a real set. You work with rectangular lights quite close to the ground to create reflections without knowing exactly what is the source, because the source is actually an entire wall. That's why I prefer those kind of lights. So yeah, I'm gonna change the camera to, you can see my face, my sad face of being late and need to eat something. But okay, I'm gonna read very fast. Alembic, blah blah, nice camera, Alembics. Yeah, we talk a lot about Alembics. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you are interested in more things. You can see different things in the description, including Discord, including Patreon. where I put some extra bits and things about other projects I'm doing. And Monopoly, yeah, they look like Monopoly houses. They love, yeah. Was no collision with house. No, I don't know. I think maybe they have colliders. If you want to see very fast, if there are colliders, I mean, it's just you can do this very fast. Like you can go here, then you can go to player collision, and then maybe crashes, which is okay. Now you can see this collision there, and then you can go. They look like they have collision. Yeah. No. Yes. No. Maybe. Yes. No. Maybe. Yes. No. Looks strange. No, I think foliage doesn't have. You have to activate because it's foliage. Sorry, my bad. It's foliage. You need to activate when you paint the foliage the collision on. What else? What else? That looks like that things that we do on the trailer. What trailer? Kappa. There's a trailer. You're doing a trailer, guy. Wire rectangular light and red light mimic fin lighting. Yes, completely agree, Jay. Hey, yeah, you know about this stuff. I like that, man. Jay is starting with us in Mayhem Mirror as rigger. It's pretty cool. Rigger and generalist. I always like generalists. They are smart guys. They always know about everything, and that's pretty cool. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. We are gonna do more series of Nuberu and other stuff in the channel. The next session, I think, is gonna be not live. It's gonna be more about the character and how the character evolve and what techniques we are using with the creature, including rigify, including sculpting, character design, and how that behaves inside Unreal for this specific shot, with all the work we did today. That is, again, exploration, ideas, shapes, volumes, and I'm pretty happy because I did more than I expected. So let's move forward. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Kiss from the distance. Don't hug too much. And if you hug, be careful. Use the mask. And elbow goodbye. Take care.